Hi there, Pete Mills, Fire Finance Guy. Quick video for today. Let's go. So this video is about how to pay off your mortgage in 5 to 7, maybe 9 years through what's called interest cancellation. Interest cancellation. Now, I only have 2 pages for this lesson. Don't skip ahead, kids. So a mortgage is 30 years, 360 payments. Now, back in the day, you'd get a coupon book with 360 pages of it in the book, and you would tear out one page, fill out a little info, and attach it to your check and mail it to your bank 360 times to pay off your mortgage. Okay, so I just need you to have this concept in your mind, because the way we're going to shorten this is by reducing payments. So in a typical scenario here, depending on where you are, this might be the median cost of a house, or maybe it's a refi scenario for you. So a $400,000 mortgage at about 3%, the going rate these days is $2,111 on the payment. So this is an amortization schedule where it has a repayment plan where you have to pay every single month a certain amount, a minimum amount. So this scenario is $2,111. So the first month you pay $2,111. Now you may know this, but this is the actual breakdown. So for this scenario, $422 is going to your principal. This right here is interest. This goes to the bank every single month into their coffers as profit. Now this goes on for a while. You knew that your mortgage had interest, and for the beginning part of your mortgage is actually quite a while, 2/3 of it. It's about 80% interest. 80%. So as a good camper, you keep paying out your payments. Now the numbers start changing. I just condensed this. But in about 21 years, you've typically paid out about about half of your mortgage. This is 208 in this scenario. You have $208,000 left. Now I'm going to write a number in here. I'm going to put the phone down for a second. We use purple. It's my wife's favorite color. Okay. 1 second. Okay. Coming back up. Okay. So if you paid $2,111 like a good camper for 21 years every single month, you'd have actually paid $531,972 of your mortgage. Don't worry, you got credited because you only owe $208,000 left. You only owe $208,000 even though you paid $531. Now, that may be what you agreed to because you couldn't come up with $400,000 initially. So there's a cost of money. Okay, you agreed to it, but maybe you didn't see the numbers this well. Maybe you didn't see them under the microscope. Maybe you didn't want to. So here's what we do. So to shorten your mortgage, we do what's called interest cancellation. So anytime you make a principal payment, we've identified in this scenario that the principal payment is $422. When you make a principal payment to any previous cycle, you wipe out the interest associated with the next payment. You still have to make minimum payments every month of $2,111. So in this month, if you made a payment of $422 on top of $2,111, which is $2,533, you would eliminate 1 interest month of payments. So the reason why this number is significant, so your first payment out is coupon number 360. The second payment normally is 359. But if you paid this extra scenario where you paid down the principal previously, you would tear page 359 out of the book and throw that mofo in the trash, because your next payment of $2,111, the second payment you make would be number 358, because you canceled the month of interest before by paying principal prior. So you can see how this adds up. If you made 5 principal payments of $2,110, you would cancel out $8,400 in interest. So that means you would write a check for $4,221 to knock out 5 pages. For 10, it's $4,200. You might have that sitting around. You're going to knock out about $17,000 of interest and tear out 10 pages, but you'd have to write a check for $63.31. Now, here is another blank one. Hold on one quick second. Let's go purple again. Okay, almost done. Okay, here we go. So, if you were to be a good camper and you just paid $2,100 every single month, 360 times, your $400,000 mortgage actually costs $759,960. So that is about, well, I mean, just in the scenario, that's 359, 960 in interest that went to the bank. 359,000 that went to the bank in interest. So, would you sleep less at night if I took some of the interest from the bank for you? Would you sleep less at night? I don't think you would. So, what I do typically is I save clients at least half of the amount of interest they'd be paying out. So in this scenario, I'd have to save this client at least $180,000 in interest. And the other thing I do is I don't need them to come up with $4,000 or more or whatnot to do this scenario. What I do is I change your sequencing. I change the amount of money you're paying on some of your bills. So if there's some bills you're probably paying a little bit extra here and there to try to take them down. Now, I've had clients that have done the debt roll down system. They've paid for Dave Ramsey's books. They've done the snowball. They've done the envelope method. I'm sorry, my way is faster. And I use a software to do it. So it's not just me. I mean, I'm not that smart, okay? The software does it very fast and very efficiently. So what happens is I change the sequence of your bills a bit, and there's no extra money coming out of your pocket every single month. It's the same amount that you're already paying. You might already be struggling a little bit, check to check. Not necessarily underwater, but the treadmill is at a trot, okay? That's where a lot of my clients are. And when you can eliminate their debt, just think of what it's going to be like when one of these payments gets paid off. Say like a credit card that had a $4,000 balance with a minimum payment of $350, and it's gone. Now you have an extra $350. Now, I will need you to have some discipline and keep putting $350 toward debt. But you're going to be getting out of debt quicker, too. So, you can ask me questions. I don't do YouTube as much, so like and subscribe is not such a huge deal for me. You'll get content when I bring it out. But typically, the best way to reach me is to send me a question. You can get on my Calendly if you can, and I'm pretty busy. And we'll go with that. That's what you get. Interest cancellation. Do it as best you can, or let me help. No obligation. I'll give you a debt analysis for free, and you could probably pick it up on your own. So feel free to reach out. Peter Mills, Fire Finance Guy. Take care. Bye.